The politicians on the left are just as guilty as their constituents that are currently out there. They wanted the disorder. This way it could all come back and they could try to pin it on President Donald Trump. There's a reason why President Obama was able to deport over 3 million illegal, and nobody said a word about it, despite the fact he was quite literally putting kids in cages. And that's for a few reasons. Number one, the Democrat politicians were willing to work with ICE back then. They hadn't painted them as public enemy number one. They weren't spreading propaganda about them. They weren't taking to the stage in order to criminalize federal agents and quite literally tell their people that they are with them. They also allowed the police force to be involved where necessary. This way they could prevent any tragedies from happening. Everything was orderly, everything was civil, and the Democrats were willing to play into it. But now, of course, that it's President Donald Trump trying to enforce the rules, they have an issue with it. They are telling their people to get rough and disorderly. They are telling them to try to obstruct justice. They are telling them that ICE is the enemy, which they are absolutely not. They are doing their job in order to try to help make our country safer. And these are the people that are trying to just absolutely destroy everything. They want it to collapse because they don't know what it is to build. They've never put anything into the system. All they know how to do is take, destroy, destroy, destroy. And it's really unfortunate to see our federal agents have to pay the price for this.
And we're in a position right now where we have residents that are asking the very limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their neighbors. We cannot be at a place right now in America where we have two governmental entities that are literally fighting one another. Why are we put in this position? We're put in this position because we have approximately 600 police officers in Minneapolis.
Yes, look at what this mayor is struggling to cause here. Look at this. I believe you've seen that clip. I have a lot to show you on this video. This white liberal woman is literally claiming her body has been thrown into menopause because of Trump and ICE, right? This is the face of terminal TDS. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've seen this video. Let me first show you before we go into other things on this clip.
This whole entire administration is so... I'll tell you, it actually put my body into menopause. I am so thoroughly repulsed by Donald Trump and all of his cronies, and they literally threw my body into menopause. It's like in Twilight when the vampires come around and more wolves start turning. They are literally turning American women into women going through menopause because we are so repulsed by you incels. You all are disgusting.
At some point, I used to wonder, like, what is actually going on? During the Obama days, this was happening. Democrats would cooperate. What has suddenly changed? I understand they don't like these people to go because of their political gains. That is all. The earlier this is done, something bad might actually even be worse than what we saw. Few days ago, Trump is now ready to invoke this act as a result of what this mayor said on this video. They had just few police officers. Now they should go on the street to fight with ICE. This is what he's saying. At some point, I don't know if he realized what he is doing. This same man used the F word when that incident happened with this ICE officer. I saw that video. I was shocked. I don't know what exactly this guy is doing.
So Trump is considering enacting the Insurrection Act in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it's a shame that he even has to do that. That liberals are unhinged. That he has to make that decision. And honestly, liberals are going to liberal. That's what they do. They didn't used to be so radical. But something has happened in the last 15 years that has made them think that they represent the majority of America. They don't. They are such a minute part of the population, but yet they're one of the loudest, definitely the craziest part of it. And all they're doing is encouraging more of those middle of the line Democrats who, they're middle of the road. They're not like super liberal, but they're not super conservative either. And so it's forcing them to take a look at their party and say, you know what? I think it might be time to switch parties. And that's happening on a daily basis. People are tired of all of the absolute insanity that is going on in the Democrat Party. And I say to liberals, keep on acting that way. Keep on acting a fool, because you're doing nothing but helping the Republican Party. You're bringing more people over to the Republican Party, and you're definitely not having people sign up for the Democrat Party. And we have midterms coming up. Nobody wants to see more radical liberals acting like crazy people, attacking, supporting illegals coming into the country and committing crimes. Nobody, no rational American wants that. So when these midterms happen and they get their asses in, because that's what's going to happen. They're not going to win the midterms. I mean, we are seeing firsthand that the party is not getting better. It is getting worse. And, when it comes time for the midterms, Republicans need to get back out there and vote like your depends on it. Because the last thing you want to see is any of that stay in office or gain new seats. So when those midterms come up, y'all better get your asses out there and start voting. It's important.
Yeah, I believe you heard what she said. This is actually the minds of a lot of people. Some says, oh, the poll shows nobody is supporting Trump again. Oh, the poll says, these people, they have done this over and over. And at some point, when they put out these polls, Trump is always lacking behind. But when election comes, things change for always his favor. That has always been a thing with Democrats. What is happening in Minnesota right now, there is just a lot that these people don't realize. It's very okay for you to cooperate with law enforcement. Allow them to do their job. Don't obstruct them. This is simple. I said on one of my videos, someone came attacking me saying, oh, I should stop gaslighting. I will repeat this again. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't gaslight. I report the truth, react to what people are saying on social media. It is your decision to align with them or you go against them. Yeah. And we still coexist. We still, that is how I like. That is how politics is supposed to be. It's like what we are talking Republican against the Democrat. They don't want to see eye to eye. It should not be that way. At some point, what ICE is doing is enforcing the laws. But these people come aggressively, now the mayor giving them more power to do a lot with these officers. You cannot blame them if they take up some kind of drastic decisions against civilians because of the power this mayor is giving them. It is high time he realized what he's doing is not okay. He should refrain from this, flamethrower that he's putting out. When somebody is hurt, he's the first person to come out and
I'm willing to hand over my 2015 Soul Train Award for White Person of the Year. If you do this, the choice is yours. I will personally deliver any or even all of these to the Oval Office in exchange for leaving the people of Minneapolis alone. Guillermo, return these to my...
I'm calling for peace. Everybody has a role in achieving that peace.
So this morning, who posted that he may invoke the Insurrection Act to end which would let him deploy the military in Minneapolis. Now, I thought he had already done that.
And so that's just a tinderbox waiting to explode. And I also think it would be much more difficult legally to challenge their actions in court if the Insurrection Act was invoked. And so that really frightens me, actually, for the people of not only Minneapolis and Minnesota, but the people in all states in every...
We have a vice president who's lying about what's happening.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic stand.
As of the short clip, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
This is the thing. You said gather around and say, oh, she's accusing all of the folks in ICE of being criminals. That is not what I'm doing.
This, what's happening in Minneapolis is...
No one watching.
That we don't normalize what's going on in this country right now. It's a Trevor Project. And
my babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
Bill Maher, you give us so much.
yes, Globe for best editing goes to the Justice Department.
I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
Sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid, dude. And we
100.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
Obviously has an opinion on this, and